This is the madness encapsulated, because it's literally like the heads of some of the most prestigious educational institutions. These are the people that are teaching young people. These are the people that you take the brightest young minds that get to go to Harvard. The fucking watch. The brightest young minds that get to go to Harvard.
That's the school.
It's the fucking school. It's the intellectual peak in terms of the way we view really the world. Listen to what she's saying. Put the headphones on, boys. Fuck. We can always put the ears back.
Genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment.
Why is she smiling?
I am asking, specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context. That is not bullying or harassment.
This lady's great.
This is the easiest question to answer yes, Ms. McGill.
Is she a Jew?
I don't know.
Seems like a good Catholic.
You will not answer
Yeah.
yes.
If it if the
Yes
speech
or no?
becomes
Why
if
is
the
she
speech
smiling?
becomes conduct, it can
Weird.
be harassment. Yes.
Conduct meaning committing the act of genocide?
She's getting worked up.
That's the best.
Speech is not harassment. This is unacceptable, Ms. McGill.
You must
I'm
love
gonna
this
give
as
you
a
one more
Jewish
opportunity
man.
For
Look at
the
this.
world to see your answer. Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's code of conduct when it comes to bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
It's an easy answer.
It can be harassment.
She's
The answer
smiling.
is yes. And
Weird.
Dr. Gay, at Harvard.
She was in South Park. This is an episode of South Park.
Jesus Christ. Oh, wow.
Listen to this.
What's the context?
Targeted as an individual. Targeted at an individual.
It's
Severe,
targeted at
pervasive.
Jewish students, Jewish individuals. Do you understand your testimony is dehumanizing them? Do you understand that dehumanization is part of anti-Semitism? I will ask you one more time.
Damn.
Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric. When
And is it
crosses into
anti-Semitic
Rhetoric.
rhetoric?
Anti-Semitic rhetoric when it crosses into conduct that amounts to bullying, harassment.
Wow, they can't do it.
That is actionable.
Rhetoric.
This is
Blair.
just ladies versus ladies arguments. No one's going
So-
anywhere.
They're
They're locked in, dude.
I've had a tough morning, too.
We need Herb Dean to stand them back up.
This is, pause for a second. This is like literally one of the most clear things. If you would imagine in society, just imagine 10 years ago before any of this woke shit really took off.
Yeah.
Could you imagine there would ever be a time before the Palestine thing, there would ever be a time where you would be in Congress, you would be on television, you'd be talking to the head of a university, not a wacky student, not some crazy person that's a part of some far left
president, yeah.
psycho organization, the fucking president. And they can't say that calling for the genocide of Jews,
It's
just
weird.
Jews, period, is harassment.
If
It's fucking insane.
I mean, that seems
It's
like
weird.
it seems
It's
like
so-
textbook harassment.
It's way worse.
Calling for
I mean,
genocide seems
yeah.
like
It's
Genocide.
calling for genocide.
Forget about black people. What if you said, I
What?
call for the genocide of
always do.
Cambodians?
Yes.
They'd
of
be like,
course. right.
no, you can't do that.
Right, insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
And
Genocide of Filipinos.
Yeah, or if they go,
insane.
it's not harassment, it's evil, but
If
it's not
you
harassment.
go-
Harassment means this is more like
if it's
genocide.
actionable. It's actionable means murder. You're literally talking about murder.
but that means
so
if it's actionable
is murder.
That means if you have to commit genocide for it. But that means if you say, fuck black people, or I think black, then that's okay? Is that what she's saying too? I
No,
wish there was
it's
a
not.
follow-up question.
if
That's
it's
why this is
actionable.
weird.
She's saying if it's actionable. I mean, what the fuck is she saying?
It takes a lot for us four tards to be like, this is offensive.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
So, Jamie, someone on Twitter is reporting that she's also in trouble for plagiarism.
Ooh,
That the lady
baby.
from Harvard is that there's accusations of plagiarism.
Fucking Dr. Gay.
Doctor.
Here it is. This is from a guy, Christopher F. Rufo. I do not know his background. Writer, City Journal, senior fellow, Manhattanist.
Dave Smith.
Teaching and lecturing at Hillsdale, New York. Followed by Dave Smith. So maybe he's legit.
Dave Smith
I'm
knows
assuming
that.
he's legit.
He's on the ground floor with this shit.
That means he's either a complete fake account.
It says real.
or-
Scroll back again. Real Chris Brunette and I have obtained documentation demonstrating that Harvard president Claudine Gay plagiarized multiple
Love that name.
sections of her PhD thesis, violating Harvard's policies on academic integrity.
It only violates its policy if it's actionable.
Yeah, it says she lifted an entire paragraph nearly verbatim from a paper. Again, we don't know if this is true. We're just saying what this Christopher F. Rufo guy is tweeting, and I haven't researched it at all.
By
While
the way-
passing it off as her own paraphrase and okay, so she lifted an entire paragraph go back so I can read that, please. Nearly verbatim from a paper, Lawrence Bobo and Franklin Gilliam's, while passing it off as her own paraphrase and language. This is a direct violation of Harvard's policy. When you paraphrase, your task is to distill the source's idea. Show more.
The old
Show more.
Mencia.
The source's ideas into your own words. It's not enough to change a few words here and there and leave the rest. Instead, you must completely restate the ideas in the passage in your own words. If your own language is too close to the original, then you are plagiarizing, even if you do provide a citation. That's fair.
She did
Even if you
kind of
provide a
she
citation.
does provide the citation there at the top.
But it's even with a citation. It's
It says
I
plagiarism.
know,
even if
but-
you do provide a citation.
Oh,
Whatever.
that seems crazy. Citation means they wrote this.
I'm more mad about the Jew hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
what I don't
this
know.
one is super murky. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go on to the next one. It says Gay repeats this violation of Harvard's policy throughout the document, again using work from Bobo and Gilliam as well as passages
That's
from
great.
Richard Shingles, Susan Howell, and Deborah Fagan, which she reproduces nearly verbatim
Gay stole
with,
from Fagin?
without that's hilarious, without quotation marks. Okay, but if she's talking about their work though, I'm a little murky here.
This part's irrelevant to what's going
Right,
on.
that's not important.
It
'Cause
doesn't matter.
Here's the thing: it's like it doesn't. I mean, giving attribution is important, but isn't everybody's work compiled upon the work of the people that came before them? It's if you're talking about specific things, like I don't know what her thesis was on, but if you're talking about a very specific area that a lot of people have crossed over, and you've read a lot of their work,
Yeah.
even if you put it in your own words, it's going to seem like you're just repeating.
Yeah, but the issue at hand is not whether
That's
she's
not important.
plagiarized. The issue at
Yeah.
hand is whether the
But
thing
we're,
about the
we're
Jews.
piling on
But
now.
it is
Yeah.
because the thing is like, why does a person like that get to that position?
Aha.
That's why it matters. It matters is like, is that person a rigorous intellectual? Is that person someone who's, is like really done the work, or they've been kind of fudging it a little here and
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
I don't
As
know.
someone who used to live in Hollywood,
I don't have the answer.
no gay is ever